Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Pre-season, boring. We've just won the treble, like Phil and Gary Neville. We're the champions of Europe, we're the champions of England, we're the FA Cup winners. You know, 1 minute you're on the top of the mountain, there's nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but, you know, the constant transfer rumours of other teams, people getting excited about transfers. I think the transfer market's been quiet. I don't think there's been any real major big moves. I don't think anyone's breaking any mad records. I think United just signed Mason Mount today. You know, is that a big transfer? I think James Maddison's gone to Tottenham. Good signing. There's a few little ones going under the radar, but I don't think there's anything big that's kicked the market into gear just yet. Anyway, City. People asking me to do a video on transfer rumours and stuff like that. I'm just going to talk about what I think's going on and where we could, you know, strengthen, etc., etc. First of all, Gvardiol. I think he's our main target in defence. Obviously, left back, stroke centre back. We've talked about it. 95 million euros, 90 million quid. Expensive for a defender, but he's young. He's got a lot of potential. I think working under Pep Guardiola, I think can only make him better. I think he's strong, he's aggressive, he's good in the air. I think with the new 4 at the back, centre backs, I think he fits in well. He can play left side. Do you know what I mean? As a left back, he can play as a centre back, left-sided centre back. So I'm definitely excited to get Gvardiol signed and sealed. I think he's one of the most up and coming centre backs in the world. I think he's highly thought of, and I think he's only young. So he's got everything we need to freshen it up at the back. That frees Nathan Ake up as well. He can become a centre back, left back. So we've got cover. I think that deal's going to get done. With what I've been told from people saying that we're well down the line with that one. So I can imagine that one getting done unless somebody comes in daft at the end with money. We've seen it before, but I don't know. I think once City want him, they want him. Declan Rice has gone to Arsenal. Another one, great player. I do believe they needed him more than us. It was a weird one how City apparently was in the race and then we've pulled out. So whether the figures got too high for us, I don't know. We try and keep in a certain wage structure. You see these newspaper articles, oh, Haaland's on 800 grand a week and Bernardo Silva's on 500 grand a week. It's all nonsense. You know what I mean? Man City's got a wage structure. I think Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland are at the high end of that. I don't think we will break that. I think we've walked away for deals in the past where it's got to be on that, and I don't think we're willing to go there. And you know what? It's not worked out bad, has it? So what I have noticed this window, there's a lot of young City fans panicking about transfers because we haven't signed someone within a 1 week. They're going mad. My DMs on Instagram are crazy. Big Steve, why haven't we signed anyone? Big Steve, why haven't we signed anyone? It's like, just relax. At the end of the day, relax. The players are on holiday. Bernardo Silva just got married. Half of the team are at his honeymoon. The last thing they're thinking about now is a transfer. They've probably said to the agent, get it sorted. When I come back off my jollies, we'll sort it out. So I expect next week to be an important week in transfers. I fully expect deals to start going ahead next week. One deal that looks like it's going to happen, James Trafford, young goalkeeper at Manchester City. He was on loan at Bolton last season. My friend is a Bolton supporter, rates him really highly, said he's a great goalkeeper, great with his feet, very confident, very cocky. He's a good goalkeeper. I just think that his pathway, like Gavin Bazunu last season, his pathway is blocked by Ederson and Ortega. I don't think they're going to decline anytime soon. I think that basically there's no path for a goalkeeper to get to the first team yet. I think another couple of seasons you might see that change. Apparently £19 million from Burnley, 14 million in add-ons. It's great money for City. I wish the lad well. I wish him all the best. He's going to learn under Vincent Kompany. I knew Vincent was after him anyway. People seen Vincent at the recent Bolton games late on in the season, so he's obviously watching him. So I think he'll fight it out with another ex-City keeper, Muric, over there. And I think, to be honest, Trafford's a better goalkeeper. I think it's a great move. He's England under-21 goalkeeper. He's playing in the Euros at the minute. I think England are through to the final. So, yeah, fair play to him. Taylor Harwood-Bellis is another name that's linked to Burnley. He was on loan there last season. I think Taylor's had about 4 or 5 loan spells. Another one, he's England under-21 centre-back. He's a good player. But is he quite good enough for Man City's level? I don't know. I think Man City will cash in on him. I think they'll sell him. Another one with a sell-on clause. It makes sense. And look, these sell-on clauses, they make Man City a lot of money. All these people that tell you, oh, Man City, you're throwing money at it, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's a load of crap. Because the academy is turning over millions and millions. And these 20% sell-ons are proving unreal. We just sold, Tottenham just bought Pedro Porro from Sporting Lisbon, activated it. I believe we made 9 million out of it. Felix Nemecha, ex-Man City player, him and his brother Lucas, both at Wolfsburg. He just signed for Dortmund for 30 million euros. And I was reading in one paper that Man City had a little sell-on clause on him. So they've earned money there. So these sell-on clauses, the thing is, if you're not good, you're better than academy football, but you're not quite good enough for Man City's first team. So you're in no man's land. So the best thing to do is not keep hold of you and stifle your growth, not loan you out for a season where you don't know what's happening. Sell you on, put a sell-on clause in there, put a buyback clause in there. If it doesn't work out, City's got the money, happy days. If you go and excel and prove us wrong, Man City can buy you back, or you move to another club, Man City get a sell-on. It's win-win for everyone. So that model's working for the club. I believe that there's going to be more academy players that leave this summer, some on a free transfer, but they'll put buy-ons in there, buybacks and stuff like that. So Man City know what they're doing when it comes to that. Speaking about buybacks, Romeo Lavia burst onto the scene at Southampton last year, had a great season. Southampton have got relegated. I believe we've got a buyback clause on Romeo 2024. But I believe we've got an option to match any bid from any club. So I believe he's going to go. Southampton's been relegated. I believe that someone's going to come in for him, maybe Liverpool, maybe Chelsea. Do Manchester City match the bid? Do we admit that we made a mistake with Romeo Lavia? Do we get him in? Or are we keeping Calvin Phillips? Me personally, I'd keep Calvin. I think he's had a season under his belt and I think he's ready to go. But it just shows you Romeo Lavia floating around the first team last 2 seasons ago, leaves, goes to Southampton and just excels. And if he's sold, we'll get a percentage of that. So it's working. It's working. As far as other transfers coming into Manchester City, we've been linked with Frankie de Jong. Now, Frankie de Jong's a great player. And for me, if Bernardo Silva leaves, Frankie de Jong would be great to come in. Whether it's paper talk, I don't know. Whether it's nonsense, I don't know. Whether City and Barca can get this deal done because of the Gundogan deal and the Ferran Torres deal. They seem to be, good relationships there. Pep, Tixi, you know what I mean? Can we get Frankie de Jong in? I'd love Frankie de Jong. I don't know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Is Frankie de Jong someone that you'd like at City? I think technically he's brilliant. I think he could slot into our midfield, no problem. I don't think he gives the ball away. I think he's very keen on the eye. He can make a pass. He can thread it through. I think, could he be the De Bruyne transition we need? Or is Phil Foden going to be that man that comes in the middle? We know he's going to come in there this season. Can Phil do it? There's loads of permutations when you look at the City squad. We just don't know which way Pep's going to go. So Frankie de Jong has been linked. I don't know anything about it. Got to take a step back and see where we go with that. We've been linked with Viega from Celta Vigo. I think we spoke about him. 40 million. He looks very exciting, very young. And then you got Riquelme from Atletico Madrid, which I've read in some papers, it's nonsense. So I think it's silly season at the minute. I think you're going to get agents. No, Man City's got a few quid. If you work out the Trafford deal and the Pedro Porro percentage, that's paid for Kovacic. So that's how mad football is at the minute. Do you know what I mean? We've not even dipped into the war chest yet. We've not even dipped into the 320 million treble money that we earned, by the way. You know, when they say you didn't earn your money, it was given to you. Well, we earned the treble, though. You know what I mean? So we've earned that on the pitch. Yeah, so expect us to start spending it. Another one, ex-Man City, Felix Nemecha. Felix, I think Lucas was sold to Wolfsburg. I think Felix went on a free, but I think City had a buyback or a percentage in him. He's gone to Dortmund, 30 million euros. I was reading an article saying that Man City are going to get money for that. Great bit of business. I watched Felix a few years ago. They played Rochdale. City's academy team played Rochdale. I think it was at Rochdale or Bury or one of the two. And I went down and watched, and he stood out for me. He just had a little bit of something about him. I thought he was nice on the ball. He went to Germany. I've not heard an awful lot about him at Wolfsburg. I know Lucas scores a few goals, but Felix must have been ticking over nice in the middle, and Dortmund's come in and got him. So I wish him well. And if we get money out of the deal, fair play. Fair play. People was asking me the question about Riyad Mahrez's future with the Saudi Arabian money that's knocking about at the minute. A few of these players' heads are turning. Riyad didn't play too many games last season. Is he going to think his time's over at Man City? Or if Bernardo Silva leaves and goes to PSG, which people are saying, will he get a chance? I do believe Man City need a winger. I don't know who that would be. You know, I'd love Leroy to come back, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's been talk about Diaby from Bayer Leverkusen, who's absolutely rapid. Is he the kind of winger Pep wants? We seem to have slowed it down on the wings recently. Does he want a more controlled winger who's going to keep the ball and not go bombing forward and lose it? I believe so. It's just, I don't know who fits in. I think Manchester City's got a few things up the sleeves. I think there's a few deals that are brewing away that before we know it, we'll wake up one morning, Sky Sports, breaking news, Man City sign, bang, bang. And I think that's what's going to happen. You know, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I just think it's a little bit too quiet at the Etihad at the minute, considering what we've won and considering, you know, the players that are supposed to be moving on and all that. I think it's something simmering and it's ready to pounce. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Rico Lewis, apparently, he's going to renew a contract. His contract runs out in 2024. Obviously, the season Rico's had, he's won the treble. He's come in, he's played that inverted fullback. He's only very young. He's only very raw. I think he can only get better. I think he needs to sign the deal. I think I can see a big future for Rico. Kyle Walker, same position. Apparently, Walker's been offered a 2-year deal. People on social media saying, why wasn't Gundogan offered a 2-year deal? But it's different circumstances, I think. I think Ilkay wanted to leave. Regardless of what happened, I think he wanted to change the scenery. Kyle is English. Does he want to uproot his family now and move abroad? Does he want to go to another club other than City now in the twilight of his career? For me, no, I think Kyle Walker will stay. I think Kyle signs a new 2-year contract and sees out his career at Man City. That's what I hope. Last season, Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr., Kyle Walker, the battle was epic. There's going to be games this season where we need Kyle Walker. We need his pace. The 4 at the back, flat centre-backs might not always work. So Kyle Walker, for me, is a must. I think we've got to get that deal over the line and get him to sign the contract. Rico Lewis, get him to sign the contract. But other than that, Blues, I think it's pretty quiet. I don't think there's an awful lot going on. Bernardo Silva, again, linked with Paris Saint-Germain, linked with Barcelona. He's just got married. You know, let him enjoy his honeymoon. I don't think he's sat in the honeymoon suite worrying about Paris Saint-Germain at the minute. I think he's all right. So, for me, I would just relax. All these people out here messaging me, I don't know what's going on. I've got no insider knowledge at all. If anyone tells me anything worth its salt, I always tell you on here. But at the minute, I don't know. I don't know when this is happening, when that's happening. So if I don't get back to your messages, it's not me being ignorant, it's me not knowing. So there's no point in me replying because I ain't got a clue. So, you know, it is what it is. I know it's boring. I know it's pre-season. I know you want transfers, but it doesn't always work like that. So So all I can say is be patient. We know what we're doing. We're making good business, good decisions. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's academy players that need to be dealt with who probably too good for the academy and not going to get a game next season. They need to be moved on or whatever. And, you know, just relax. We're champions of Europe. We're champions of the Premier League. We're the FA Cup winners. We're treble winners. Yeah. I've noticed the hate levels online over the last few weeks since the treble is insane. But that just shows you how much this football club is getting under the skin of people. And you know what? I love it. I love it. And they can moan all you want. You know, I've been on another show the other day and people with Arsenal fans were getting so excited about Declan Rice. And then instead of just getting on with it and saying, yeah, we signed Declan Rice, we're going to try and win a league. It's like, we got Declan Rice ahead of you. We done this, we done that. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Concentrate on your own shit. You bottled the league. And then when you mention them bottling the league, they don't like that. They don't like that. And the United fans, 115 charges. We've done the treble first and all that. It's a different level of bitterness, this. They used to call us bitter blues back in the day. Yeah, you're all bitter blues. But this lot now, never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it, you know. But this is what happens when you're top of the shop. This is what happens when you're king of the mountain, top of the mountain. The stones are coming from all angles trying to knock you off. But we just got to enjoy it, Blues. We've got to enjoy it. We'll soon be back. Charity Shield. Do you know what I mean? We'll soon be back for that. And while I'm on as well, the trophies. I had my picture took with the trophies about 3 weeks ago at the Arndale Centre. I do believe, somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, that this Saturday, which is, what we're on, 5th, 6th, 7th, the 8th of July, this Saturday, Manchester Arndale Centre, the free trophies will be there for you to go and have your picture took with. So if you're not doing anything this Saturday, if your grandma's not doing anything this Saturday, your granddad's not doing anything this Saturday, get them in the car, get them down to Manchester Arndale Centre, get them in front of that treble, get your granddad in front of the European Cup and have your picture with it because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Trust me, I've got mine at home framed massive on my wall. And when I walk in the house and I look at it, me, Big Steve, the main road loser with a treble, and then next to it, I've got the domestic quad. Life don't get any better than that. Life don't get any better than that. So instead of umming and ahhing, just get yourself down there. You'll probably queue for 20 minutes max. Get in the shop. They didn't charge you. The guy just took your phone, took your picture. Get yourself a nice picture. Bring the kids, the grandkids, your missus, everyone. Get down there. This is a momentous occasion. Get all your pictures online. Wind your mates up to death. Wind all the red mates up to death. Get them online. So this Saturday, Arndale Centre, treble is in the shop. Go down. And while we're talking about trebles, yeah, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? The new Terrace Cult treble t-shirt. Yeah, it's just come out today on a pre-order. If you go to www.terracecult.com, get the treble t-shirt, pre-order it. It'll be delivered in about 10 to 12 days. But there's only 250 of these tees available. And then that's it. You're not going to get them. So don't miss out. www.terracecult.com. Get your treble. Like Phil and Gary Neville, get the treble t-shirt, get it pre-ordered, get it in the bag, goes up to 4XL, get it ordered. I think this afternoon, I had a word with the lads at Terrace Cult. They've been over 100 pre-orders already, so they're halfway there. So when this video goes out, they'll ship worldwide. Just get in there, log in, order the t-shirt, the shipping gets calculated at the end, and why not? A little bit of history. You get a limited edition card with it, as a little bit of treble stuff on it and that. So if you want one of these, treble, walking down the street, rubbing your mates up the wrong way, the United fans, going on holiday to Benidorm or Ibiza, get your treble t-shirt because you'll look the dog's bollocks in it. So I've got mine on anyway. I'm the only one that's got one, so go and check it out. But listen, people, that's a little 20-minute preview. Nothing else to report. Gvardiol's on his way. There could be a few little departures. Kyle Walker to sign a new deal. Bernardo still up in the air. Rico Lewis sign a new deal. Viega and Riquelme, I don't think there's a lot of truth in that. just be patient, just relax, trust Pep. He's been on his jollies. He'll come back refreshed and we go again. Anyway, people, I'll see you soon. Don't forget, get on it. Treble winning t-shirts, terracecult.com. See you soon.